9.6, we're going to go over matrices. How do you figure out the dimension of a matrix? You figure out the dimension of a matrix, you always go row by columns. Rows go horizontally, columns go up and down. So if I wanted to name the dimension of the first matrix, it's 2 rows by 3 columns. It's a 2 by 3. If I want to name the dimension of the next matrix, how many rows are there? 1, 2, 3 rows by 1 column. Okay, next page. They want you to find a plus b, a minus b, 2a, and a negative 3b plus a. So, you can only add and subtract matrices if they have the same dimension, which they do. They have 2 rows by 3 columns and 2 rows by 3 columns. So we can add these. So for the letter A, this is really easy. All you do is you add 0 plus 8, and that's how you get 8 in your first one. A negative 2 and 4 makes 2. 7 plus 0 is 7. 5, 5, and 1. That's how you would add those 2 matrices together. If I wanted to subtract these, all you do is you take your 0 and you subtract it from the 8, which gives you the negative 8. A negative 2 minus 4, which is a negative 6. 7 minus 0, which is 7. 5 minus 0, which is 5. 4 minus 1, which is 3. Negative 3 minus 4, which is a negative 7. The C, if they tell you to take 2 times everything in matrix A, your final answer is 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times a negative 2 is a negative 4. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times a negative 3 is a negative 6. Final answer. And then the D. All they want you to do is take everything in B, multiply it by a negative 3, and then add it to the A. So I'm going to try to do this. We're in college algebra. We should be able to multiply and add at the same time. So 8 times a negative 3 is a negative 24, and then you add 0 to it. It stays a negative 24. 4 times a negative 3 is a negative 12, and then you add a negative 2, which makes a negative 14. 0 times a negative 3 is 0. Add 7 to it, it stays 7. 0 again, you get 5. 1 times a negative 3 is a negative 3, and then you add the 4 to it, you get 1. And the last one, a positive 4 times a negative 3 is a negative 12. A negative 12 plus a negative 3 is a negative 15. So that's how you add, subtract, and multiply matrices. Okay, the next part. Okay, so in the last one, did we find C, which is equal to A plus B, and we did that already. We did that in the last part. We found A plus B, and what was the answer for A plus B? The answer to A plus B is this right here. I went back to it. It's 827551. I'll copy that over here so that you see that A plus B is 827551. All they want you to do is C23. What does this mean? They want you to find the term. It goes row by columns again. They want you to find in the second row, third column. They want you to find the term in this matrix over here. You're in the second row. So here's the second row would be this one. Third column would be this one. The answer would equal 1. Hopefully you got that. Hopefully you understand that. Let's do another one. Let's do C12. They want you to find the first row, second column. What term is in the first row, which would be up here, second column, which would be right here, which would give you 2. Got it? Okay, next part. How do you multiply matrices? So, the first thing you have to do is write the dimension of the matrix. The dimension of the first matrix is a 3 by 4 columns. And this one is 4 by 3. You can only multiply matrices. This is very important that you remember this. The inside numbers need to be the same. If they are equal to each other, this is what you make. You will make a 3 by 3 matrix. If they're not equal, you cannot multiply. So, if one is a 3 by 2, and you check the other one is a 1 by 3, no multiplying matrices then. Because the 2 and the 1 are not the same. That's why you have to check your dimension. Okay, you're going to make a 3 by 3 matrix. What does a 3 by 3 matrix look like? 3 rows, 3 columns. That's what a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, how do you multiply matrices? All you do, again, is row by column. You multiply row by column. So you take the first row and multiply it by the first column. And this is what you do. The 2 you multiply by the 5 and you get 10. Then you take the 1 and you multiply it by the 1 and you add it. And then you take the -1 and multiply it by a -1, which is 1. And then you take the 0 and multiply it by 0 and you get 0. So 10 plus 1 plus 1. Your first term is 12. Okay, then you keep doing that. Now I'm going to do the first row, second column, and where would that be placed in this matrix? Well, here's the first row, here's the second column. Wouldn't it be placed right there? So, you touch the 2 with the -3 and you multiply them together and you get -6. Then you touch the 1 and the 2, multiply them together, which gives you a +2. -1 times 0 is 0, and 0 times -2 is 0. So your final answer is a -4. And you just keep doing this. And then after you do first row, last column, which would go right here, then you need to start with the, I'll do the last bit, second row, then you would do the first column, and then the second row, second column, and then that's it. Last part, is AB the same as BA? If you multiplied AB together, would you get the same as BA? Well, let's check it. This is a 2 by 2 matrix, and this is a 2 by 2 matrix. These need to be equal. Are they equal? Yes. And what do you make? You make a 2 by 2 matrix. And let's multiply AB and see what we get. You multiply row by column. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 4 times 2 is 8, so you get an 11 right there. Then you do this row and second column, which gives you 3 plus 12. 3 plus 12 is 15. Then you do the second row, first column, which is 1 plus 4, which is 5. And then 1 plus 6, which is 7. Now we got to go the opposite. Now they want me to do B times A, so I need to rewrite my problem. And I need to go in the opposite direction. Now I need to go row by column. And I need to do my 1, 1. And I'm going to check to see if you get the same answer. 3 plus 1 is 4. They're not equal. I already know it because the 11 and 4 are not the same. So is AB the same thing as BA? You multiply them together? No. I already know because my first terms are already different. Okay, now the directions. You need to look at the book for the directions. And the directions in the book says to do this. So open up to 9.6. And this is what I want you to do. It says 1 through 23 odds. So this is what I want you to do. In number 1, I want you to just do A plus B. In number 3, I only want you to do A minus B. In number 5, I just want you to do the 2A. And number 7, I just want you to do the negative 3b. That will shorten up your assignment. Number 9, you'll understand what that means. And then 11 and on, it says find if possible A, B, and B, A. I don't want you to do all those. I just want you to do for number 11, A, B, 13, B, A, 15, A, B, 17, and so on, all the way down. Okay, that's it.